Hey everyone, Scott here.
And Myra here.
Today we're going to do a little talk about the weighing scales and why they may or may not be the best idea, particularly when it comes to weighing yourself and as an indicator for progress when it comes to fat loss, etc. So, scales, good idea or not such a good idea?
It depends. I start with my every answer with these words, but it really does depend. If you're on a weight loss journey, yes, that's a tool which shows you are you going the right direction, of course. So in that sense, yes, of course we need to see the number. But it really depends how much you use it. If you're really struggling and if you start looking at the number on the scale every 5 minutes, that really brings bad relationship with your weight, and that can be a counter effect, like actually make you eat more and really feel disappointed if the numbers are not looking the way you want it to look. So yes, I think it's good to use once in a while to see what direction you're going, but don't be obsessed by it. Really, please don't. It's so many more things which indicates if you're on the right journey rather than just a scale.
Absolutely.
So maybe that's a question. What other indicators there are to check your progress?
Yeah, just expanding on what you said, I'm not a fan of the weighing scales as an indicator of weight loss or fat loss for a few reasons. And I am a big fan of tracking, but you've got to be tracking in the right way, I think. And the weighing scales, every so often, as you say, might be helpful. However, our weight fluctuates so much due to a number of variables. It can be the amount of water retention we're holding in our body. It can be stored glycogen in the muscles, which is stored carbohydrates as energy. That can make your weight change. Whether you've been to the toilet recently can also have an impact.
What part of the day you're weighing yourself?
What part of the day. Literally so many variables. If you're training a lot as well, if you're doing heavy resistance training, you've got to remember that your body composition will be changing.
Yes, and muscles weigh as well.
Yeah, so we should be concerned more about body composition and overall health than just a number on the floor that we relate to. So things to track are the way you feel, as we always say.
Yes.
This is the best indicator.
As cheesy as it sounds, but it's really true. At the end of the day, what do we want? We do want to feel good.
That's why we're all doing it at the end of the day, to feel good. So track the way you feel. Track, if you do want to track body fat percentage every so often, again, don't become obsessed with it, but there are much more accurate ways. Again, the bioelectrical impedance scales, which some of you may have in your bathroom, which supposedly measure body fat, ignore those. They're not accurate at all. Much better to get a caliper test.
Yes.
Skin fold, it can be a bit intrusive for some people, so that's preference. You can get a DEXA scan, which is very accurate, one of the most accurate ways, but quite pricey. So if you do want to measure your body fat, there are better ways to do it.
Yeah, and I think body fat measurement is much better number rather than your weight number, because at least you know the exact number for your exact body fat, not anything else. As a weight, as Scott mentioned, it's water, it's all the other variables. So yeah, the number is not always accurate if you're losing fat. Yeah, and body fat, obviously, it's better.
So track the way you feel, track the way you look. We all have photos, so you can compare to old photos.
Yeah.
The way your clothes fit is a great one, as to how you're progressing.
And motivation as
and
well.
Motivation.
Like motivation, are you fitting in this dress you always wanted to wear, And again, don't get obsessed, but yeah, I think it's more healthy ways of tracking your results rather than looking at that one number over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, my weight fluctuates probably between 1.5 and 2 kilos on a daily basis.
Yeah, me too. For example, my body doesn't really like gluten, and if I eat some bread, I'm not allergic and I'm not gonna die, so I can eat it, but my body just doesn't like it. So if I eat it, of course I get bloated, and even that changes. So I know it's not necessarily I gain weight from a slice of bread, it's just other reasons there. So.
Yeah, and if you've been working really hard towards your goals and you've been eating right in a calorie deficit, you've been eating clean, you've been training hard, and you get to the end of the week and you weigh yourself and it's not the figure you wanted or anticipated, it's only going to have a negative counterproductive effect,
Yes.
which could set you back even further. So it can even work against you, and you can, as you say, develop a very unhealthy relationship with what is just a number.
Exactly. At the end of the day, it is just a number. It's good to have a goal, obviously. It's good to track. Obviously, we need a tool to track it, so scale is the tool, so it's all great. However, just like maybe really get an agreement with yourself that you weigh yourself every Monday, every 2 weeks, you know?
Yeah,
so,
every fortnight or once a month, just
Yeah,
as a...
exactly, just don't allow yourself to weigh yourself every 5 minutes.
And it's tempting. We know it's tempting
Yeah.
because, you know, we've been there ourselves. We've worked with numbers of clients that have been there as well. And you've got, you know, it's in the house. It's easy. It's there every time you go and brush your teeth in the bathroom. So it's tempting just to be like, oh, let's have a look how I'm doing and jump on.
Yeah. But I'm sure many people can relate to the feeling. I've been there as well. When you have those scales in the bathroom and you brush your teeth and you look at it, and for example, you didn't have a great day, maybe you didn't train or ate something not great, and it feels like that scale is staring at you, isn't it? Like it happened to me. I'm quite sure I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
And you know, and that's a bad relationship. You look at that scale and you kind of have this negative self-talk in your head at the moment, you know, and you not even step on it. For example, it happened to me. You don't even step, but then you think all evening, did I actually, you know, gain weight or something? So sometimes it's maybe even better not to have it at home.
That's what I was going to say.
At work.
If the temptation is going to be too powerful, then just get rid of them out of the house. It's not worth having them there. Or instead of having them in the bathroom where you're going to see them every day, put them in the garage or somewhere else where you can just get them out once a month if you need to. But yeah, having them right in front of you where you see them, you know, 3-4 times a day is only going to be too tempting. So yeah, I think that about covers it.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't get fixated. I know a lot of us and you know, a lot of you, our goal is to stay lean and we want weight loss, and it's one of what we think the easiest way to measure our progress, but don't get caught up in that temptation. Go on how you feel, and if you're eating right, you're training well, just trust the process. You'll know in your heart if you're on the right path. And
it's very true. You will know in your heart.
You'll know better than any number can tell you.
Yes.
So hope that was helpful, and let us know your thoughts.
Bye.
Bye.